Yo, what's going on, guys? Articulated Ninja here, and nothing new really happening here except for the usual shitty distribution from Hasbro's G.I. Joe classified line. Like, the distribution is so shitty, it just made me stop prioritizing figures. But there was a figure that I did want to get, this Outback figure. I really did want to get this, but I didn't go through the trouble of pre-ordering it. Then I seen a lot of people's pre-orders getting canceled, and of course he's going for a high amount online right now, and then he's not even street dated, and some people are getting him from the back and they're getting lucky, and just the usual classified BS, you know what I'm saying? Target exclusive BS. Long story short, didn't think I would get him, but shout out to Laser Pants over at the 3POA podcast. He's like the main host. This guy came through in the clutch. I knew I wanted the figure, I just didn't know how I would be able to get it, and he was nice enough to hit me up. He did not tell me I needed to give him a shout out. He didn't want me to do a video. He didn't ask for none of that stuff, but I said, oh yeah, I'm definitely doing a video on this figure when it comes in. So I definitely have to say thank you to Ryan, aka Laser Pants over at the 3POA podcast. Go check them out. I recommended them during the whole HasLab stuff, but regardless, with the Engine of Vengeance and, you know, that chapter closing, their shit is entertaining. Go watch their shit. He's an entertaining ass host. Then you got Valor and co-stars like Analog, and he features a lot of other people on the channel. Entertaining ass videos. So go check him out. And once again, he sent this my way, just showing love and appreciation for my content and what I do. I'm so appreciative. Thank you, Ryan, aka Laser Pants, aka Star-Lord, aka the man with the perfect hair, aka the man that increased the Bratz company stock overnight. And also, just want to give a quick shout out to Christopher Ham. This man hit me up literally a day after Laser Pants. He hit me up and was like, yo, did you get Outback? If you don't have Outback, I want to send one your way. So thank you, man. A part of me was like, man, I should try to get two, but I can't do it. I would have felt way too bad. So I did let Chris know, nah, I have one. So I did not want to take another one or get another one. I would have felt way too guilty. But thank you, Chris, for thinking about me as well and being willing to send one my way, because I can't get out there and toy hunt as much and as often as I would really like to. I'm just really busy. So thank you, Chris. So also being one of the few people to actually think about me and be willing to send one my way. Thanks, man. But just some quick thoughts on this figure, which is basically my review. See, my reviews ain't like everybody else reviews where they say, hey, the toes move, look, the fingers move. Hey, I don't do that. I just overall say whether I think this figure is worth it, whether it lived up to my expectations or not. So that's why I'm like, yo, let's talk about Outback. And I like the box more than some of the other boxes. Like, it doesn't have that child cartoony look to the box. I actually like this sketch type of artwork, this abstract type of art that it has on the box. I'm okay with it. It's better than that cartoony look to me that they're doing with the characters now on the boxes. And we are lucky enough to still get a plastic window with this figure. Probably one of the last we'll get, but we're still lucky enough to get one here. You guys see it says Laser Pants and Ryan, and I actually asked him to write all over the box, because I said, dude, it's not like I'm going to sell this figure ever. It's going to be a part of my collection until I die, and I want to know, because I keep the boxes, I want to make sure that I can remember when I get old that this one came from you, man. So sign the shit up, write whatever you want to write on the front, on the back, just make sure you mark that shit up. And that's exactly what he did. So thank you for listening to me and doing that. Otherwise, I'm sure he would have sent this shit mint, and he probably sent this shit overnight, because it literally showed up like a day or two after he told me it was on the way, and he got it. So thank you for writing on this. The writing, maybe, I feel like it made the box a little bit better for me personally. So I was really happy and excited as soon as I opened this figure, but of course it's Hasbro. So regardless of my excitement, Hasbro shows up like,
surprise, motherfucker.
I got Gummy Legs on this figure. Specifically, I believe it's the right ball joint is just gummy.
You tripping, bro. You tripping.
And I know if I keep moving it, it's just going to peel and pop off. I just have Gummy Legs on this figure. Any experienced classified collector knows what I'm talking about. It's just a problem with Hasbro, Legends, whatever. I've run into this problem so many times with this line already. You can heat the figure up. It doesn't matter. As soon as the figure cools down, it's still going to go back to being gummy and possibly breakage and just breaking off, tearing off. Oh, man. And it's a hard to get figure, and it's exclusive. We shouldn't be dealing with this 40 plus figures into the line. And even without even posing it yet. Like, I love the detail on this figure. I love the head sculpt. I love the accessories. The detail looks great, man. But it's like little shit like this is just so annoying coming from the biggest action figure company in the world. Literally, like, it's just so annoying. Hasbro, time and time again. I try to trust you guys. I try to love you guys. Like, oh man, you take my excitement and say, hey Ninja, fuck you. Yeah, you. Don't be happy. Don't get too happy. This is the love-hate relationship that we have, and this is why we take breaks. This is why. And this is my life trying to be happy with Hasbro. Yeah, this is it. I guess it was just about time to make an entire detailed video on how to fix the gummy leg problem permanently. Because like I said, when you heat it up, it goes right back. But at the end of this video, click it. I'm posting it at the same time I post this video. So now that I fixed the gummy leg problem, this figure is amazing. It's great. I love it. So as you guys see, before you couldn't move the leg. I couldn't move the legs at all. It was sticky, and if I tried to force it, I was going to tear the actual peg that pegs into the leg, where now the legs move freely as they should without unnecessary force and without the peg being stressed at all. Just showing you the other leg as well, because it was both of them that were sticky on mine, and this one goes up just fine as well, and it's still pretty tight. Nothing loose. Look, I'm shaking the figures. The legs they're not loose and wobbly. So if you want to check out how I fixed it, check out the video at the end. It'll be in my library to how to permanently fix Hasbro's shitty gummy leg problem. Now that I can actually enjoy Mr. Stewart here, I like the head sculpt a lot. The sculpting, the paintwork, the beard, the hair, all of it looks good. I really like the print on his shirt as well. That tiger logo came out really clean on mine. And especially when it comes to his backpack, the detail on his backpack and his straps and his shoulder harnesses, and it just, all of it looks really clean and nice. I like it. Usually I'm not really a stickler for little things like that, but this guy comes with some pretty dope stuff. Of course, the paint apps could always be better. You know, they can actually paint the buckles. Like on a lot of Action Force figures, the buckles are actually painted. With the leg straps here, as you can see, it's all just one unison brown color. So I wish the buckles were painted, but hey, it is what it is. And I like the detail. I like the knives, or everything's removable as always. And I think, don't hold me on it, but I think majority of this figure is a new scope. Looking at his boots, you know, usually we get the boots with the armor on them, and no, you get clear high boots here. The pants, the gun, the harnesses, the backpack, the straps. I was looking at the t-shirt that he has on. The sculpting is new. That mid-frame, I think, like I said, I have majority of classified figures, not every single one, but majority of what I'm seeing here is a new sculpt, and it looks really nice. Even the new accessories, I'm not sure if the knife is reused or can be found on someone else, but the flashlight, definitely not. That handgun with the tape on it, definitely not. Shovel, backpack, never seen that type of gun or rifle used before with the strap. Just there's a lot of new sculpting here, and I appreciate that. Also, now that the legs are fixed, I'm able to actually enjoy and pose this guy. And I really like the way this looks. Just a slight crouching, aiming type of pose. He looks really good like this. And even if you go back into a more casual walking type of pose, I like that he can actually grab and hold the guns, because he does have those butterfly joints. Just looks good. And as long as you pose them right, as you can see, mines can balance just fine with that big backpack on. It's not that heavy. I didn't think I would like this guy as much as I actually do, but he has some really good balancing. The boots are really good. Everything is balancing really good for me so far. And as you can see, fully equipped, this guy can really hold his own weight. And I have all his equipment on him, so it'd be much easier to pose him if he wasn't on a rotating display stand and I didn't have that backpack and other equipment on him. But regardless, he still holds his weight and poses really well. But I do like him more in the crouch poses or the relaxed walking poses. I just feel like there's so much detail on this figure. More of a relaxed pose really shows it off to me. I'm really happy and excited that I was able to get this figure. It does suck, the downfall that mine's had, but I really hope that was just a me issue. You know, I'm not the biggest fan of Hasbro, but then at the same time, I'm not the worst fan either. I still buy their products, and I don't pretend that I don't. I'm not just gonna talk shit about a company and act like I don't buy their products when obviously, clearly I do. Now, sure, I didn't have to buy this one, but I would have if I would have found it at a decent price. Unlikely, so that's why I'm so thankful Ryan sent it out to me, but I still would have, and that's the point here. Like, and I don't feel like like we should have these issues. I had sticky or gummy leg issues in the first wave with Scarlet. All the way, the bats were horrible. Our army built the bats, and more than half my bats had those leg issues. And it's just a problem that has been here since wave 1, and I just wonder, when will it get fixed? Have any of you guys ever run into any sticky joints when it comes to the classified? I feel like it's more prevalent with classified than it even is with legends. But let me know in the comments below if you guys have come into some issues or ran into some issues with any of these sticky legs. And watch my video, because it's a simple fix. If you have a Dremel, you fix it in 2-3 seconds. It's super simple, super easy, but we shouldn't have to do it. That's the point. This is an exclusive figure selling for almost double, triple the price on the aftermarket right now. Hopefully when it becomes a little bit more available, those prices will drop back down. But if you want them with gray hair and not orange hair or black hair, I think this is going to be the only one that they drop with this gray hair and blue bandana for a really long time, if not ever. So if you can get an extra one, get it, keep it in the box, because I'm pretty sure the price on this guy is definitely going to skyrocket over time. And the reason I wanted mine to have gray hair, just looking at the promo images, is because I wanted to do this. This is the retro carded Captain America that came out recently, and I really like the way this head sculpt looks for me and my collection to represent an older Cap. I really like the way this Outback looks. He had the blue bandana, he had the whole beard. I was like, oh man, if I get that figure, that head is definitely going to be kit bashed on that body. So eventually I'll get another one. This way I can have Outback on my classified shelf, and then I'll also be able to have him as an old Captain America as well. But I really like the way this head sculpt looks on this Legends body, and it's a simple kit bash. You might have to Dremel the head out just a tiny bit, make the hole a little bit bigger with a Dremel, but I think you really don't have to. Just heat it up and it might be able to peg just straight on. And you know guys, it's just my thoughts. I try not to hold you guys up going over every single little part of articulation, when if you're watching this video, chances are you collect other classified figures, and his articulation is good just as well as the other classified figures. So more or less you know what the articulation is like. But let me know in the comments below if you guys have ran into any of the leg joint problems. It's happened to me on multiple figures, and I see some people post about it, but I don't know how common it actually is, and I don't really see a lot of people complain about it like that. But hopefully this was just mine with this issue, because it would suck to pay $60-70 on eBay to get this figure and you can't even move the legs without being scared of breaking it. Yeah, that would suck. So hopefully this is not a common issue. And let me just drive it home one more time. Let me land the plane saying this. I'm not like the biggest fans of humans like that, meaning like I would choose to be around some dogs or cats or just animals in general over some random ass humans or random ass people at a party or an event or a function. Not really my thing, man. I'll choose to chill with some animals. I'm just not a big fan of humans. I sound like an alien when I say that, but it's guys like this, guys like Ryan, guys like Chris, that definitely make me have to take a step back and be like, damn, I'm really appreciative and I'm really fortunate for the life that I have. And there are some really, really good people still left out there. Thank you, Laser Pants, for sending this my way. I appreciate it a ton, man. Thank you so much. And thank you, Chris, for hitting me up and even making an offer too. I appreciate it, man. But yo, y'all be safe. Y'all know the world is crazy. Peace. Toy photography and army buildings, all that I need is action figures. Toy photography and army buildings, all that I need action figures. Don't buy me a thing. I told my girl that all that I need is action figures. Exclusives on my mind, so I won't stop until that figure's mine. And if you feel the same, hit like, subscribe, and stick around for action figures. G.I. Joe, classified, Marvel Legends on my mind, Valorverse and NECA time, Mythic Legions I must find.